My very knowledgeable butcher is back again, and we're going to be cooking pork today. Probably one of my favourite meats to cook. But to be honest, a lot of people get a bit scared of some cuts. Right. What are we cooking today? This here, Jess, is it's pork from the Murray Valley. It's pork belly, and it's something that I guess we all love when we go out to eat, but we're a bit scared of cooking, so... And it's nice to know how to cook it, because it's not too expensive, is it? Or is it? Well, no, I mean, I guess it wasn't that long ago when I guess it was a cheap meat that no one would have ever cooked. Yeah. Whereas nowadays you go out to a restaurant and you're paying top dollar for it. So. Well, why go to the restaurants when we can cook it at home? So, how are we going to cook this today? OK, so basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to butterfly this out, which means just bring it out so we can actually roll it. And the key with pork is you've got to score the rind. If you want great crackling, score the rind, lots of salt. We're going to do a little cranberry and almond stuffing. Yum, OK. So what, I'm putting everything in the bowl and mixing it with... With some butter. So butter, some orange juice, cranberries, slivered almonds, almond meal and some breadcrumbs. A little bit of salt as well. Great, OK, well, I'll get onto that. When you say butterflying, it's quite thin already, but I guess because you've got the stuffing here, you're wanting to... Yeah. You sort of want to encase it, because I guess really, you know, if we tried to stuff and roll that, it's not going to come together and it's all going to fall out. Of course, yeah. So basically all you want to do is... You can get your butcher to do this, or you can try it at home, as long as you've got a really sharp knife. Going through the thickest part of the pork, watch your hands. Whoa, a little bit heavy-handed there on the butter, Jess. I know you love it, but... I do love my butter, but I thought just for all of that. Oh, so I'm just putting a bit of pinch of everything. Oh, no, you can put sort of half of those things in. About 25 grams of butter. I mean, keeping in mind that pork belly is a bit fatty, but I love your style. It's just going to glisten and make it that nice and tasty. Yeah. OK, so... It tastes good, but, you know, it's a lot of butter. I'll put a little bit more breadcrumbs in it then. Yeah, good thinking. So you just did nice, clean strokes when you do that? Yeah. All you're trying to do with butterflying is opening it out and making it, I guess, an even thickness all the way through, like so. So now you get a nice piece to actually work with, stuff and roll. It's that... The important thing with crackling, I suppose, is you've got the rind on top, you've got the layer of fat, and then you've got your meat. The meat, yeah. So I guess what you want to do is, the crackling, you want it to really pop. You want to render that fat out, which will be the slow cooking component of this dish, and then you'll have the yummy meat at the end. So when we put this in the oven, how hot? Screaming hot. Screaming hot? OK. Look, I mean, within reason. You don't want to go too hot because then it's going to burn and smoke unless you've got a great fan in your house. High heat for the crackling, low heat to get the fat out. As soon as the crackling's done and the fat's out, you're ready to go. So I've got one orange here and I'm just going to pop the juice of... Yeah. About half an orange for that? Half an orange would be good. Just enough so that it's more like a sort of like a dough-like consistency. You don't want it to be too wet. Obviously, it's going to fall out. Too dry and it's not going to work, so... OK, so that butter, I didn't explain before, it's actually quite soft. So just to make sure that everything binds together. It's probably actually better to use hands. I was going to say at home. I've got clean hands. I'll get in there. But the cranberry's great. You want that sweetness. Because with the pork belly is so rich, it's got the fat in it, but it's such a rich, decadent meat. Extra rich with the... my amount of butter. With the 4 kilos of butter in it. But, yeah, the cranberry's great, you know, a little bit in the orange juice as well, gives a bit of sharpness, so, all right. Just take that, sorry, steal that from you. No, no worries. It's a bit dirty there. Yeah, paper towel is always a friend with pork. Absolutely. It's pretty, messy business. So just pop this into a bit of a log. Yep. So, and basically... So just make it the exact size of the pork. Yeah, working with the size of your pork, push it out to the ends, not too close, because as you tie it, we're gonna tie it up later. You don't want all the stuffing to push out at the ends. And literally just rolling it up. Nice and tight. Yep. And there you have it. Wow. So there's your scoring. Good. Look, and with your scoring, you want to just get into the fat there. You don't want to try and get into the meat. That really high heat at the start is going to penetrate in and cook the meat, but it's going to take a lot of the moisture out. So again, we're just trying to get down to that layer of fat to get that fat out. Great. All right. And basically all you want to do, you can start at the centre or you can start on the ends, whatever you like. Easiest thing is a little surgeon's knot, which you go 3 or 4 times around, and that'll sort of help keep it in place. Cut that. OK, and this is like a rolling tie, so all I do is about a thumb width, I suppose, going around, up to here, bring your string through. Nice long piece of string, probably longer than I need. Keeping it all together. Not too tight. The tighter you do it, the more chance you're going to have losing your stuffing.